The Travers 2018 collection is called Exotic Journeys. It's divided into two books with a third upholstery-only book, and the first book is called Silk Road. All of the fabrics were inspired very much by the Middle East, rich woven textiles like ikats and velvets and silks and tapestries and Suzanis, all sorts of exotic, ethnic, exciting things that tell stories of travels. So for the first room that we really dreamed of, it was this super luxurious, really richly colored room. We started with this fabric, which is called Uzbek embroidery. It's a really statement embroidery, and it's designed in a layout so that it can be used for upholstery rather than for drapery. So it's centered so you can use it for headboards or pillows or ottomans or chair backs, more so than using it for drapery use. So we started with this Suzani-like design and then went from there with the rich colors, and we have Bukhara, which we used in the curtains. It's a silk and viscose woven design made to look like beautiful dyed textiles that you'll find in the Middle East. Another of the fabrics in the room is ikat velvet, and it's based on a Travers warp print design from the archives, and it can be used to really accent any room. We have plush velvet on the sofa and the cushions, and plush velvet is a really rich, heavy, thick pile cotton velvet that we're excited to introduce for Travers as a really luxury plain. In addition, we have Palm Beach floral in this handsome red and blue and orange colorway on a chair. So then in the next room, we have many of the same fabrics, but used in a way that the room is light and fresh and young. And it's this aqua and green color scheme, and there's lots of pattern, and there's trims and all sorts of things. So we have, again, Bukhara used as a bedspread, the ikat velvet as an accent pillow, the plush velvet colorways on the pillows, and then even some of the trim from the Travers trim collection using the Chloe tape on the pillows. And then in addition, we have on the headboard this beautiful tapestry weave design called Kiva tapestry. It's a really soft, luxurious quality. It's a heavyweight, but it could also be used for drapery, but it is mostly intended for upholstery. Then in our next room, we have a daybed, which is covered with this statement print for this book. This is called Ottoman Riders, and it was a design that was developed just for Travers based on some tapestry designs, some ancient artwork designs that we had seen and that we had translated into this beautiful watercolor, cute display of sort of riders on horses in this dreamy garden landscape. Again, we've used the Uzbek embroidery and in this brown and gold colorway as pillows. And then we have this great plain called Shelby, and it's a chenille that has these nice slub weft yarns, and it's great because the chenille is really thick and heavy, and it's almost velvet-like, so it would be wonderful used on a sofa or other large pieces of furniture. We've also worked in the Travers trim brush fringe on the pillows as just an extra layer of texture in this look. Again, we're using the plush velvet and another one of the really rich colors. And again, on the chair, we have another fabric that is called Bedford Diamond. This fabric is a silk and viscose with embroidery, and it's quilted, so it is really just an accent fabric, but we've used it on a chair in the case of this photograph just to show how nicely it would look on a piece of furniture that doesn't receive heavy use, like an ottoman or a headboard or that kind of thing. The story of this book is that we have all sorts of different color schemes, and we're really enriching the Travers palette beyond the usual blues that are always present and that are our favorites, but now we're bringing in yellows and oranges and reds and turquoise and greens, and it's about, enhancing your interior. Our second book is called Tropical Paradise, and we're taking a trip to the tropics away from the Middle East and Asia. And this book is really coming back to the very traditional American Travers look with bright colors and florals and dry natural fiber qualities and embroideries. So, however, we have also tried to make sure that the colors are really consistent with the other book, and so you can sort of use all of these fabrics together, even though they might seem like they're coming from all different parts of the world. Our first and statement fabric is Palm Beach Floral. This is a screen print on a cotton satin ground. It's really luxurious. It doesn't feel like a grandmother floral or some old-fashioned thing, because we wanted the colors to be really current. In this photograph in particular, we've incorporated several of the different fabrics, including this first one, which is called Garden Trellis. And this is an embroidery on a nice linen ground, and the embroidery has been calendared, so it has a nice smooth finish that contrasts with the roughness of the linen ground. And it's great for drapery, pillows, decorative applications, and it's just a classic lattice design. Then we have Roman shades, as this is Bella Striae, and it's a striae warp with this interesting weft design that makes it look like it would be an embroidery, but it's actually a woven fabric. In addition, I've pulled in, this is a new upholstery plain small figure design called Piper, and it's great for a little chair, any sort of accent piece of furniture, just a good complement to our other upholstery fabrics. And you can see that it is in the smaller book that's called Piper, and this book in particular is full of all of the upholstery fabrics in this collection. So then our next room is another very traditional Travers room, and the focus of this room is the garden trellis, again on the curtains, and then also this really charming print called Odisha Jungle that is using the very particularly American monkey motif with some little palm trees and pineapples, and it's very playful, yet the distressed look of the print and the nice cotton linen ground makes it feel more sophisticated. So the way we've styled it in this room is an elegant sort of living room, and it's in all of these muted blues and aquas, and it's very pretty. So on the sofa, we've used another great upholstery plain. This is called Sagamore, and it's a viscose and linen design, and it has a nice space-dyed warp that gives it a texture that looks almost like grass cloth. Not shown in this scheme, but that could easily be worked in. This is Kayla Stripe. It's a beautiful, thick satin stitch embroidery on a herringbone ground cloth. And then our third scheme features yet another print, this one being Mallory, which is a sort of watercolor, more contemporary interpretation of an ikat design. We are showing it in this great green colorway with accents of gold, and pairing it with Piper on a chair, and then a little green, olive green Sagamore pillow. So in summary, I hope that anybody can enjoy bringing color and excitement into their homes.